stampers and friends. Thank you for joining me to watch this video. This is Lisa from Live and Let Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I want to demonstrate this absolutely adorable tractor card. This is in the online exclusives currently. It's called Tractor & Co. And you can see it's just adorable, and it works for the holidays. You have a season's greetings and some trees here like Christmas trees, and we have pumpkins, which is what I used on this one. And you know, that fall spirit, you know, hay rides, and you can say, hey. I think that is just so cute. And I'm not really a huge fan of punny cards, but that one is just too cute. Hey. So let's go ahead and get started. This is a bundle. So you get all these adorable dies that you can cut out and piece together on the card. And I have everything pre-cut so that this won't take too very long, but I also want to show you how I did the background with kind of that cloud look. I think it came out really nice. This is Blueberry Bushel is my main blue color. The card base is a 5 1/4 by 4 standard A2 size card. The background layer with the clouds and the ground here, I made with Balmy Blue and Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to do the clouds first. Now you can buy cloud making stencils. I don't own one, so I just made my own. This is what I usually do. So I just took a piece of white cardstock and I just cut some like hill type shapes on one side. And I'm going to be using my small blending brush to do both the sky and the ground. I need to turn it here because this is a horizontal card, and I want to show this. I do want to put underneath just another piece of paper so I don't get my bottom piece of paper so messy, because there will be lots of overage. So I like to start at the top. Some people start where they want the clouds to start, but I like to start at the top. I just think it comes out better. I've had better luck with it. The reason it's so long is so you don't have the exact same pattern over and over, although it still looks really cool when you do that. So I'm just going to get some blue ink. I'm going to wipe it off a little so you don't get like a big pop of color there. And I'm just going to hold my cloud stencil in place and just do some circles. Okay, now I'm going to move it down and I'm going to change the shape a little, and I'm going to angle it a little bit, and I'm going to do it again. Let's see how it looks right now. Ooh, looking pretty good. I think I want to put on a little bit more before I move down again. Circles just seem to be the best way to get your color on with your, I think I need to re-ink my pad, with your blending brush. There we go. Okay, it's looking good. I'm going to come down, I think, one more layer. I'll do it kind of, I want this one to be kind of not at an angle. I'm going to do it right, I think I'll do it right here. There's really not a lot of rhyme and reason, and it will just look really awesome no matter where you do it, quite honestly. Need some more up there in the corner. All right, let's take a look. I love that. I still think I need a little more. And sometimes it seems like you're not putting any color on, but you really are. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that. Now I'm going to do the ground, and I'm going to make that green. So I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green. This is also the color that I used on the corn stalks. And I'm going to use a small blending brush for this as well. And I'm going to turn it. Wow. I think I got this one in one pass. Awesome. I love it. So that's going to be the background of my card. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card base. Make sure you do it right. You want the sky at the top. I've done that before. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the tractor together. So this is the main body of the tractor. Now you can see on this one, I actually stamped the tractor and the trailer. The stamps are right there, and they came out really nice. I did not use a stamp positioner to do it twice. It got really good coverage. Stamps have been just awesome. I haven't had to condition them or anything. They're coming right out of the box, ready to go. But I think the one that is cut from the die cuts is just so cute too. I asked my husband to pick his favorite, and he couldn't. He was just like, they're both so cute. And there's our trailer. This goes right there. And we have our two wheels. We have that. Oh, and the seat. So I'm going to put this together with drippy glue, liquid glue. So these are made with silver foil cardstock. And I'm going to use some tweezers here because they're so little. They're really cute. Now I'm going to need the wheels for the trailer as well. The liquid glue gives you a little bit of play if you don't quite get it in the middle, but it's going to be cute no matter where you put it. I realize I might be out of the camera there. Sorry about that. And then the last wheel. Let's put on its little rim here, or axle, or whatever it is. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so what I did next was I glued the, I don't know what to call this, the wheel well piece. I glued that on. So I'm going to put a bit of glue here on the edge. Then I'm just going to put that there. Actually, this would be smarter, now that I'm thinking, to do it this way. Okay. Ah! I should use my tweezers. Oh, that looks perfect. Excellent. Okay, now let's try that on the smaller wheel. And we'll put a little glue there. And then let's just put that on there like that. Got a little excess glue there, but that's okay. That'll dry clear. All right. Next I'm going to put on, I guess this is the exhaust and the steering wheel. Not gonna lie, I had to look what that was up when I got set. Where is that and where does it go? It just looked a little odd. And that's gonna fit right on that exhaust and along the top. There you go. And then the seat. The seat's going to get a little glue right at the bottom. And I'm going to add the tractor. Whoa. Going to add the tractor to the seat. Right there. Now we're going to put on the tires. Put a little glue there. And add our first tire. Then our second tire. See, you just need to piece it all together. And there's our tractor. And now we're going to put the tires on top of, like they're like sticking out and they're larger than that opening. So I'm gonna put the glue here on the front and then adhere the tire. Glue on my finger so it's sticking. Okay. So now we have our trailer and our tractor. So now I'm going to put the pumpkins in. The pumpkins are stamped in pumpkin pie, of course. And the trailer is pecan pie. So lots of pies being used today. And this pretty much does the whole top of that trailer. Perfect. Okay, so I'm not gluing this down yet because my background is corn. But you'll see how that will go. So the corn is stamped in Granny Apple Green for the stalk and Daffodil Delight for the corn. So I just wanted to show you real quickly how I put these tiny pieces of corn where they need to go. This take your pick tool is just absolutely indispensable for my craft table. Whether you're poking out the, poking holes or poking out from dies. And this end is putty. And this is when you need putty. So the putty will lift your pieces. So it's great for small pieces. Just gonna put a drop of glue there. And then place the stalks on top. So it looks like the leaves are, you know, surrounding. Again, touch. Put a drop of glue. And then put it where it goes. Voila. I love how Stampin' Up! Made it not just 5 straight corn stalks. They made them leaning, you know, to the left, to the right, which makes it look more authentic. Well, as authentic as you can for die cuts in a super cute card, but still, I like the variety. So this was 5 corn stalks, but I didn't need 5 times 3. I only needed this bunch of 5, this bunch of 5. So I cut these 2 pieces off. And where I cut, I put behind this one. So you can't really see the cut edge. Not that I think you'd really notice, but that's what I did. So I'm going to do likewise here. So I'm going to have a 5er here. And the reason I want the trailer and tractor on is so I can see exactly or about where I need to put the corn. And this one will be here. And then these are just going to go in the middle. Now the part that I cut was right here. So I can put that underneath. So that's about how it needs to go. So I'm gonna put on some liquid glue. I'm gonna put a drop on each of the pieces of corn on the back and then some on the stalks. I don't want those little pieces of corn to come off, and this will definitely ensure that they don't. So that's going there. And now, I don't want to push it down too hard just yet, because I want to slip that middle one under. A little bit on the corn, a little on the stalks. I'm going to slide it right under there. Perfect. And now my last group of 5. And there's our corn. Now the next thing you want to glue is this, because your tractor is going to kind of overlap that little piece there. And I know it's going to be really close to the edge just by looking at it. So we're going to put it right there. And then that's going to go about there. And you want your wheels to be relatively the same place, so like it's if it was actually going across the ground. Okay. Sure that chair stays on firmly. There we go. Super duper cute. Look at that. Precious. Okay, so the last piece is the sentiment. So I chose Thanks for Pulling Me Through. The sentiments in this set are that one, Season's Greetings. Thinking of you, it's your birthday, and hey. So I chose Thanks for Pulling Me Through. I'm going to adhere that with dimensionals. Kind of pop it up off the card. Gonna use 2. Peel off that backing. And I kind of like it right about there. And then the final piece, you have to have a little bling. I chose these opal rounds assortment that come in Night of Navy, Daffodil Delight, and white. And I decided to put on the white ones. You know, maybe it's raindrops in the sky, or maybe it just makes it pretty, and that's okay too. Again, take your pick tool. It's so great for putting on your bling. And there you go. There is our super cute tractor card. Let me bring in the other one so you can contrast. You notice the corn's in the background on this one and in the foreground here, and I have a couple chickens. You know, it just depends on what you like, and gives you a lot of variety for ways that you can put the pieces together. And again, you have Christmas covered, fall with your hay and your pumpkins, so it's a real practical set. And I mean, just the little tractor itself is so very cute. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, this is Lisa from Live and Let Stamp. Have a great day.